Can you arrange that maybe?
Sure, you put it in your budget, we'll go once a year and have a meeting there.
Okay.
Why are you so stingy?
All right. All right, we are live.
I'll find out by today, I don't know.
You just go where you're told to go, right?
I just go to the other guys, I'm like, I can tell them from here, tell them, you know. I just.
All right, so we get at it, folks? Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
We just pull a bunch of holes to put in the
Okay.
binders.
How we
That
get
way
at
I
it?
can keep track of it.
We'll jump down to number 3 right away. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda for today?
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye?
Seaman, aye.
Bull's aye.
We have an agenda. Okay, number 2, approve the minutes. Do
I have had a chance to read through the minutes, and I approve the minutes.
okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, call for a vote on that.
Tippit, aye?
Seaman, aye.
Bull's aye.
Okay. Appoint supervisors, members of the Benton County Compensation Board. We've got everybody's, 4 of them named here. Did you find somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I believe I'm down to one. One of them is the mayor of one of our cities.
okay.
We do not believe that he can serve on that.
On that code section, let me read it. It says, "The members of the county compensation board shall not be officers or employees of the state or a political subdivision of the state."
Okay.
So since he would be under the city of Atkins, I wasn't sure he could do that.
So you don't have anybody?
But then I've got one more.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Who do you have?
Mike Barron.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why I just wonder why they didn't come over and just, you know.
I have Steve Williams, farmer north of Newhall, or north of Benton.
I see they, or somebody did.
Unfortunately, I have not heard back from any of those that I have approached.
Okay, so we have 2 right now, Bruce, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's what you make.
Okay,
You want me to stagger them according to who you, so like yours, Mike Barron will be for the 4 years, and yours will be the 2 year.
that's fine.
Okay. And then, once they're reappointed, it's 4 years.
Okay. So, do I have a motion to appoint the 4 individuals by naming them
2 individual.
Well, you wanna do the two,
Because supervisors only get 2 at this point.
I understand that, but don't we have to acknowledge appointment of members?
Yeah, but I didn't know if you wanted to do them
Okay, you
separately.
wanna do ours separately?
Because yours is an appointment, you're just
Okay,
acknowledging
got
ours.
it, I understand now, I did not read it, my mistake.
That's okay.
I have a motion to approve the 2 individuals, Mike Barron and Steve Williams.
So moved.
Okay, do I have a second?
I will second that.
All in favor?
Tippit, aye.
Steve and I,
Bulls eye.
perfect. Now we'll go to the, acknowledge the other elected officials that are being appointed to the compensation board.
I would like to acknowledge that our auditor has John Yunt.
Nope,
No?
that's the recorder.
Yes.
I wrote them down.
Lexa has John Yunt. Haley, our auditor, has Michelle Schoonover. Our county attorney has John Ketchen. And our treasurer has Tressa Walton.
And then the sheriff.
And then Dave Upaw has Charles Garwood.
And then I'll stagger their terms according to when they're on the ballot, so.
Technically, we don't have to vote on it. we're just-
You're acknowledging our appointees, that way we can list them all out and we can get the process going to have them meet.
Get me the email, everybody's emails. I have most of them, but.
So that's good enough for that?
Yep, you just need a
We
second.
acknowledge them.
Yep, Ron made the motion to acknowledge.
All right. Treasurer's report.
Oh, do you want somebody to second that?
Oh, okay, do I have,
Yes, I'll second. I guess I didn't hear the motion, but yes, I'll second.
okay. So call for a vote for the acknowledgement.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bulls eye.
Good. Now, treasurer's report.
I forgot to send you the CD, the list of CDs. Did you guys want to see them? I brought it.
It wasn't on my attachment though either, I can't show
Yeah,
you.
I forgot to bring it, or I forgot to attach it, but it just shows. The investment total's on there, but that just shows what our CDs are and what we've got
okay.
for interest rate. See it?
Cedar Valley Bank. Aye.
What?
That
Yeah.
was the highest.
Yeah. Keystone's pretty close.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the treasurer's semi-annual report?
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's semi-annual report.
Do I have a second?
I would second that motion.
And I will call for a vote. Seaman, aye.
Tippit, aye.
Bulls eye.
Okay.
We can wait till next week and get their signatures.
That's fine.
When Bruce is back.
Yeah, that's fine. Just get me a copy.
How about the recorders? We'll look at that one over.
And if you wanna fold yours and sign it,
Yeah.
or do you want mine? Okay.
remember you folded by thirds, right? You want both pieces of paper?
Well, we'll wait with hers because we'll wait till Bruce is here to sign, but I'm talking like the recorder and all those.
Okay. All right, got it. All right, can I get a motion to approve the recorder's report for fees collected?
I would make a motion to approve the recorder's report.
I will second that motion.
Okay, I will call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Steve and I.
Bull's eye.
Good.
Still sounds like a bullseye.
Yes.
They'll sign it later then?
Yeah, I'll get all of you to sign it because I published that.
Veterans Affairs. Okay, there it is. Huh.
It's all zeros, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's what I just seen. So I'll take a motion to approve the Veterans Affairs quarterly report.
I'll make a motion to approve the Veterans Affairs quarterly report.
I will second that motion.
Call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Steve and I.
Bull's eye.
General assistant on here? No,
Yep.
it is. Okay, yep. General assistance, quarterly report.
Yeah. I would make a motion to accept the general assistance quarterly report as written.
Okay? Do I have a second?
Tippit, seconds.
Okay, I'll call for a vote. Steve and I.
Tippit, aye.
Bull's eye.
Ben?
Yes. So I didn't know if you guys needed a copy of it or not.
No, we got copies.
Okay.
We got the harmless agreement.
Yep.
You wanna explain this? I'm kind of Greek to me.
Well, this is the agreement between the county, basically, that if anything arises, basically, we don't sue them, they don't sue us and whatnot with the technology review. Basically what I'm wanting to, the whole overall what this is about is I wanna have ICIT's tech team come and basically do an assessment of the sheriff's office infrastructure. And basically what it is there's, all the guys on the tech team are IT guys at other counties, and they come in and basically we give them whatever logins, passwords we can for stuff at the sheriff's office or wherever they're doing the assessment at, and they go through and just find any problems that they can find, misconfigurations, things that aren't up to date. They'll go around and interview all the employees and see things that aren't working right, things that can get better. Look over like the age of all the equipment and if anything's very outdated or anything like that. They basically go through and find anything that's not right and put it in a report and tell us, hey, this is what the issues are. And they help with, biggest thing is that helps kind of make a list of things that we can narrow down on top priorities and lower priorities. And see, the county actually had one done before I had came on with Haley, and I think it was mainly you and Gina that were working with them on that. And that helped me out immensely when I started at the county, because I had a whole list of, here's the things that are the problems, and I had a top priorities and the lower stuff, so I could work my way down that list on things that they knew. I mean, there's things that they might miss here and there, but usually it's a pretty well overall picture of what things are going on there.
And they're very well knowledgeable in other governments, so they know how all that stuff runs.
This don't cost nothing?
Well, no, there's a price at the back here.
There is.
Yes, it is $4,000 for it, that's the rate flat, there's no addition for anything else.
4,000 for all them guys? Okay.
Say I go on these tech team audits, I usually do 1 or 2 a year, and they're very informational for us people who are on the tech team that go there and learn a lot of things, but it's also very good for the counties, and they usually come out a lot better ahead after the tech teams than they do with not having it. Nice thing is, it's not a vendor coming in and being like, oh, well, we can sell you all this stuff, and this is what you need, and it's just a general, here's what we see, here's what we recommend, or here's the best way that we think going forward. And all these guys are on the tech team deal with IT in the sheriff's office, so they know all the technology and probably can point at things and tell me, hey, that's what that is. Or, hey, this is what this does, or this is how we deal with this, or,
And with those findings, there could be costs involved down the road, like for network switches and things too.
yeah, like equipment that they find that just is old and outdated that is about ready to die or whatnot, but.
Did you catch all that, Bruce?
I did, and the only question I have is that, this just basically kind of cleans up ties the loose ends that might just be hanging out there in the computer system, is that what this is right there?
It doesn't really clean up any of the loose ends, it's more they find all the issues and then then they direct a report, and then they also, if we need help with stuff, we can have one of them come down, and they'll come down and offer assistance or guidance, or hey, this is a vendor that, we've had good luck with on doing this sort of thing, and this is what we see as the best option, or kind of give you options. They're more there for help and guidance more than coming in and fixing everything. They don't, if they find a problem, they don't go through and fix it.
Now,
Okay,
Bruce,
so,
for your information, I think the tech guy that used to take care of the sheriff's office passed away unexpectedly,
Yes.
right? Okay, so this is where we are in somewhat of a dilemma right now. Their tech guy is gone. So we're gonna start to replace him, I
been over there.
believe, with our own guys from the courthouse, correct?
Yes, I've been over there the past week and a half, pretty much every day,
That'll kinda catch you up what's going on here, Bruce.
and the weekends.
yeah, so when they step in, everything will be ready to go, then,
Correct.
So any suggestions they have as far as upgrades and things such as that, then we can pick and choose based on budget, whether we decide to move forward with it or not, is that correct?
Correct.
Gives us a better understanding for budget time too, or what
Yep.
we need and what the priorities are, what we should put at the top of the list, and what we can say, okay, well, this can be done the next year or two, rather than, oh, we need to do all this at once, or whatnot.
And then this will also free up a lot of your time, not chasing, things around, we'll be able to walk in and say, this is where we're at, and you can hit the ground running.
Somewhat, yeah. It'll help me with discovering problems faster than me, oh crap, a couple months later, I find something like blatantly obvious that, I was overwhelmed with other stuff and couldn't see it. It helps out a lot with that.
Yeah, I understand. Thank
Okay.
you.
So, can I get a motion to sign this hold of harmless agreement?
So there's two, I think, signature spots. There's a
I would
state,
make a motion to sign the whole on this agreement and move forward with this, procedure.
Okay,
I would second that motion.
and we'll call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye,
Willis, aye.
and it passes.
So that kind of coincides with my number 11. I originally had budget amendment set for the 21st of January, but I had some, talking with the sheriff's office with that stuff going on, and the deadline with the newspaper. I got a hold of another department, so I'm asking if we could amend the budget hearing amendment public hearing date to be on February 4th at 9:30. And then I would put some of those costs in that amendment, that Ben can kind of give me a rough estimate on some, along with the other needs that we've already discussed.
That gives you time, so everything.
Then I have to
is-
get that published, so it should be published next week or the following, I have not less than 10 days, more than 20 days. So.
That falls within all your rules.
Yep, yep.
I would make the motion to amend the budget amendment hearing date from the 21st of January to the 4th of February of 2025
At 9:30.
at 9:30.
Second,
Okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye?
Bulls, aye.
Is that how soon they think they can come then? Ben, do they know how soon they can come?
They told me they would try to get here in February, so that's why I wanted to get it on the agenda as quick as possible.
Get it on their
So I was gonna wait a couple weeks, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna get it on there right now, that way it's all. that way
So
they
we
can
met
get it
with
there.
Dan 2-3 months ago. So he's had this in the works for quite a while, talking to these folks.
Yeah,
I could probably introduce you to two of them tomorrow.
Oh,
They'll be,
good.
probably be at the ISAC stuff.
then you see on there that shows where the guys are coming from, what county they're in there, it shows. Saying actually Al from Blackhawk would be a good, he's got good experience with, because he walked into their sheriff's office and they were in dire needs of help, and he has experience with it. Actually, I was on that tech team at the sheriff's office there.
I like the idea of, you'll find, in doing this, we can bolster the security and make sure everything's good.
Yeah, I got one little thing here for you.
Give them an update too, the panic buttons are being installed here, right?
Oh yeah, they are over there doing that right now too. Sheriff's, the panic buttons at the sheriff's, or the, not sheriff's office, courthouse.
Nice.
These are the people we talked to you.
Oh, I heard him say something about that out there.
This is the 6 people, that's their names, their emails and all that. These are the 6 will get the new cards.
Okay,
No pictures on it or nothing.
that works. Yep, we can do that. That won't take that long.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep.
Kate is not here yet, I see. And that's probably some of the budget work, correct?
Where you see that one?
I figured number 12.
No, she's scheduled to come when Bruce is here.
Hey?
There's quite a few
Okay.
coming next week.
Okay, got it. So what do you want to do with budget work?
Well, I didn't know if you guys wanted to discuss more. I've had a few turn in their budgets with insurance rates, but again, I was kind of, once we get the compensation board met going, how soon do you guys feel like you'll be ready to act on the wages? Or should I just start asking for my budgets and then go back and forth?
Well, I would suggest that they should get the comp board done. And that trickles down.
That we're hoping next week, when Bruce is back to get something in the works.
Okay, well, I even thought if you could get it done this week, you would.
But I thought for his first time, he'd probably want to
Oh,
attend,
okay,
maybe.
okay.
Because you'll be back next Tuesday, right, Bruce?
yes, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. At least that's what our goal was.
Try to get that going that week sometime.
All right.
Then if I could get all the departments finalize their budgets to me by the end of January, I could get them all put together, start looking at the whole picture,
Okay,
so you guys can really dive in.
okay.
Discussion on that. Is this the rates that people are gonna be charged to, that's for the full-time versus part-time, and all that's gonna be included in that? Is that what you're budgeting, what the budgeting part is?
It's the whole big budget, so every department head presents their budget, they fill out or their amounts, and then they give it to me, and then I put it into the software
Okay,
to run reports, and then I put it all together by service areas and funds, so we can try to start looking at how we want to levy.
okay. How does this work then with the supervisors going to part-time? Because in your handbook, according to that, insurance rates, we're gonna be part-time rates, which they have to pay the 100% of the premium. So how does that
We
work?
switched that in our
I
handbook.
got switched.
We changed the wording in the handbook, that only part-time elected officials get the insurance.
So that's gonna be in the new handbook, not the one that's online right
Right.
now?
Right, and that should all get updated too,
Okay. When was that done?
last Tuesday.
Okay.
And Julia did the tweaking, and every employee is gonna, they're already, some of them are turning it back in, so.
Okay.
Every employee has to acknowledge and sign that they were received the new handbook
Okay.
and policies.
In the budget work, do we wanna compose a letter and send it to the department heads, giving them a guideline of where the budget should come in? Their piece of it?
Ron, you'll see some good presentations this week too from department management. They'll explain that.
That's just a thought I had.
Yep.
I've had several phone calls from employees this week on different ideas they've come up with on funding the sick time, I guess, bank,
If we do that.
if we do that. But perhaps we'll catch some conversation on that at ISAC over the next 2 days. Talk to some folks that have that. We need somebody to come in before we really look at anything too hard and have that whole thing explained by a company that administers it. I think that would help us greatly on,
As Ryan said, it would have to be a third party, because they don't, there's like one county I think he knew of. that Maybe we could, if we know who the county was, to reach out to, but I don't think there's very many counties, like he said, that utilize that. But I know there's some municipalities that do. They have less employees, but
I would like to see somebody come explain the ins and outs of that, because Ryan had mentioned that it was 100% participation. And
Didn't Ryan say he was gonna, try to assist us with finding a third party or look at that?
well, he referred us to the one, which we have their contact, but they're out of Wisconsin or somewhere. They weren't really totally familiar with Iowa's budgeting, but there could be more. Like I said, I don't know. I'd like to know, like, take a poll of other counties if they do and who they utilize.
I'm fairly sure that Lynn and Polk do that. One of the union representatives within the sheriff's office was researching that, and I can get a hold of him and see if he's found more counties that have a program like that.
I mean, yeah, it's an added benefit, but, I mean, currently they can still convert the maximum sick to vacation hours or get paid out for those.
5 and 1 or 10
Yeah.
and 2. 10 and 2 is the limit.
I mean, I think
Anytime.
too, we would have to sit down and actually look at the amount of employees getting to that and the lump sum amount that would have to be budgeted.
The employees that called me, they think we need to make it kind of self-funded through our current budget. And any savings that would come in through the year, give the employees a little buy-in to it, that, you know, instead of letting that machine run for an hour, maybe I should shut it off. Things like that that could save the county money, and suggestions, and being more careful with equipment, because it would be their benefit.
And I do a form every year too, from the state auditor. It's called the PI thing,
Yes.
PI efficiency. And so I'm always trying to brainstorm on ways that we can save, and I talk with Ben, some of those things like upgrading server switches, things that take less electricity, or you put your computers in sleep mode when you're not on them, just every little bit can affect different things, but. So I'm always looking for ways to fill out where we're being energy efficient. Last year we got the new boiler, stuff like that. And it just shows, and you can also go out there and see what other counties submitted to their efficiency or what they've done to try and save and cut.
I agree with that stuff, but ultimately our job is to try to save the taxpayers money.
Correct, yep,
And if we're just gonna be, not doing the taxpayers anything, but just saving on the backside so we can get more money to employees, that's not really saving taxpayers anything. I'd like to see the numbers. I'd really like to see the numbers.
Yep,
because you'd have to look at their wages and hours times the wage, et cetera.
see where all this comes in.
Yeah, this is just the beginning of the iceberg on this end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I would assume you'd still have to pay the withholdings on that amount too. If it's a lump sum, but,
I would assume so.
Is that gonna throw them into a higher tax bracket? What's it all
Right.
gonna do? They're gonna lose 40% of that bonus that we're giving them, or where's that gonna fall? So,
and I think the restrictions were that they could only use it, after it's put in there, only use it towards like their
Their health care.
insurance and health care after they retire. It's
no,
not like,
and I don't know what the tax implications are. I mean,
Yeah.
you may have to show that as income, or is that some other perk? I
Correct.
don't have a clue on that.
and then there would be that admin fee for that third party, because I'm sure they'd be the ones that administer the claims going in and out.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna take some time.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I don't know that it could be done in this quickly for our next budget.
It's gonna take some homework.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Ryan is gonna get back to you on that other disability stuff.
Okay, yeah, because if we can see the structure that other counties are using that will have this,
Right,
and then see how it would apply to us, then maybe we'd have a better idea, because there's a lot of, I got things bouncing around in my head like crazy about this, and I'd like some clarity to sort it out, so.
well, and we already bumped up our partial self-funding to help buy down that deductible too on their insurance. So that's a nice benefit.
Yeah.
Reports? I
I have nothing.
Bruce?
It's supposed to be a great day here, and I have a tea outside. It's 9:15.
Make sure you bring that here. What time is it there?
What time is
What's
it there?
that?
What time is it there?
Right now, it's 5:32
In the
PM?
morning?
in the morning.
Oh, wow. Well, you had to get up bright and early today.
You know what, I didn't even set an alarm, I was already awake, so.
Oh.
Cool.
So did you want to
I,
do any kind of guidance for the department heads like he asked? Or at least give them a goal for a bottom dollar or not? Or you want to
I
wait,
think we should,
wait for the wages?
let's wait for the wages, and then that'll give you time where you can give us a number that you feel safe with.
Well, once the department heads know that wage to work with, then they can go in, because it affects both funds, the withholdings. Give me those numbers before I can import them. Because otherwise it's a lot of in and outs, back and
Yes.
forth, so. You might as well have the worst case scenario to start with,
Sure.
and then,
we can go down to where you believe we're gonna be within all your boundaries and everything.
his evaluation report's done, so I can start putting that in, using current rates to show you the amount we can bring in. That part I can start right now.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, for reports, I had conservation last night. We had the weed department give his report on the roadside. So,
Kind of like the one he did here.
yeah. It was well attended, I guess.
Don't you have anything else to do?
I believe 4 board members there besides me.
But did he say, are they having the IRBM meetings yet? Or no?
That was that last night,
That was the IRBM,
yes,
not conservation.
and conservation, both,
Okay. I was just curious,
yep.
because somebody had asked about that.
Yep. Well, speaking of that, I kind of volunteered your office to be the distributor. It was talked about, Eric was supposed to make like a questionnaire flyer and give it to you, and you should give it to the township trustees when they come in to get their budget paperwork, along with township trustees.
Well, we already mailed their valuation stuff, so I'd have to
Oh, you
either
did?
email it or mail it to them.
Okay, well, then you could do that then, when he brings it in. Basically, let the township trustees have 2 cents in about the road ditches, what do they think? They okay with some of the way it's been handled this year? Like I said, this is new, you know,
Mhm.
haven't had anybody for over 2 years, and now
No, we
this is
do.
dumped on his lap, you know, and
Have they set their rates yet? Do I know if I need to increase that?
they haven't talked about that.
Okay. 'Cause
As
you'll let-
for their budget,
Well, for what I need to budget for too.
oh, yeah, I think they got,
They keep it the same? I know they did last year.
I think they even raised a little bit.
Okay.
Don't quote me on it, don't quote me. They did not talk
Do you want me to
about,
talk to Jennifer or Eric if I get those amounts?
probably Eric.
Because that
They
goes
did
out.
not talk about budget at all last night, either side.
Okay. That's a big chunk we pay out too, so.
Mhm.
Speaking of townships, I don't know, Bruce, you didn't hear me, but I had a Union Township clerk come in this morning before the meeting. He is resigning and his wife was a trustee for Union Township. And then he's also a member on the benefited fire for Van Horn, so we'll need to find some replacements again.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Yep, so if anybody has any names to throw out and reach out to them, I'll wait until I hear from you guys to put it back on the agenda.
Okay.
I'll work on that this week,
And then you just had the one from Monroe yet, right?
yes. And I called,
Well, you asked Katouche, right?
yes, I called him and he was gonna look for me.
Okay,
So
So we need a clerk in Monroe?
trustee.
Yeah.
Yeah, clerk,
Clerk.
yep.
So I-
What two positions?
Leland's still filling the role, but he wants to be out,
Yeah,
so.
In Union Township, we need a clerk
Clerk
and
and a trustee, and then the
and fired.
Van Horn benefited fire, we need a
Yep.
trustee there too. 'Cause they have their own budgeting too. So he brought the whole box into my office today. So push comes to shove, my office will do those budgets and reach out, but to help them,
I'll work on that, that's more or less close to home, so.
okay. Next week, you have quite a few coming in with some, the budget requests.
Budget requests.
Yeah. ECOG with the watershed, and then our representative wants to talk as a whole, you know, what benefits we get by being a member of ECOG. What is her name, Karen?
Yes,
She's coming too.
okay.
Same time with the other lady with the watershed. So she was gonna be here anyway, so
Yeah.
they're both gonna
Okay.
speak a little.
The watershed, that, these two guys, you know, will be new to them, so that's, I will let them do.
Yep.
Present it,
That's what she's gonna do.
yep. Okay, unfinished business, anything?
We didn't have anything hanging from last week.
I have nothing.
Okay. And then new or old business, public interest, or public hearing.
Any update on our Urbana Police Department? Has anybody just even been keeping in contact with them to see what's going on?
Yes. They're, now what do you want? They're going through the legal process.
That's what the that chief told us before when he sat in here.
I was
He
told
couldn't
to
say too much.
take over, they weren't expected to be anywhere probably within a year yet. That's just an estimate.
Okay.
Are we covering them with overtime, or are we just adding that to the sheriff's schedule?
They were added into the schedule.
Okay. So it's really, it's not costing the sheriff's department any extra money to put anybody out there as far as wages goes?
No,
Okay,
The law
We had a
contract.
contract.
yeah, they actually pay us.
okay, that's good, thank you.
Yep,
But that's where we think we need to bump up those rates, right?
yeah,
And that's only, what, 12 hours a week?
yeah.
And that's what I thought you guys
They
contracted.
could
It
use
isn't much.
more.
But obviously, even if they're over their 12 hours, if there's a call, we're gonna respond.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work then? If there's a call and you respond outside of what's contracted, does that cost them extra?
Everybody's always gotten that for free.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know.
Did you wanna touch on that EMS stuff? Can we read that on the Van Horn or not? I think it is confusing because cities can levy for fire and first responders, same as townships. They can continue to levy for that. The EMS levy is an addition to that because it covers different things. It doesn't go towards the fire.
Right.
So I think a lot of them right now, when they're doing their budgets, they're confused because they know that the EMS levy is intact, so they think they don't have to levy for the regular. But
How
so
that
I don't
is-
know, if we wanna,
EMS was added into the law later.
right, but
They
so some of
cannot-
those
They
entities,
should not stop.
No,
right, so like Van Horn, Fire, First Responder, they still get their money from the city.
Yes,
So now in the pool of EMS money, they get that as well, and I think
yes.
Yep.
some of them think, well, then we should lower the other.
they should leave, they have to leave their fire alone.
Yeah.
They're mandated to levy for fire.
Yes,
But not first responders, so
Right.
then, I guess that would be up to the entities, the city, if they don't wanna levy for the first responders, if they assume we're gonna cover all that, but
and we're not.
I don't know how I feel on that. Especially with all those other outside agencies coming forward too now. So,
As for the first year, that everything should stay the same.
well, that's what I kinda told them last year,
Yeah.
which now we're in that year.
I would tell them to leave it for at least, probably next year too.
Yeah,
To see how it,
until this gets all ironed out.
That would be good advice.
Just like any new program.
maybe I'll just send out something to all city clerks and
Yeah.
kinda touch base. I know we kinda did that with the townships last year, so I think they're okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll see it because they send their budgets to us.
I think that would help them out a bunch, clear it up for them.
Okay. I'll try to shoot him an email today then and go over that.
Now, is there quite a bit on the agenda for next Tuesday?
I will let you know here. Let's see. We have, I got a couple. I'm really getting scheduled out for.
We lost the signal, we lost Bruce.
Oh, we did?
Yep, just died. No call back, maybe.
Okay, so the 21st. So we have Karen Kurt, Alyssa Cormer, both from ECOG, to do their background, Middle Cedar watershed. Then we have Riverview Center doing their budget. Then we have Carrie Chase with the Benton County Volunteer budget. We have two people,
Lost you there, Bruce.
Sorry, something went haywire.
Yep,
so the
My
30,
connection.
two people are on to discuss a paving project 32nd Avenue from Highway 30 to Pete's Hills Association.
Yep.
So
Okay,
you're aware of that one? And then the
Okay.
Library Association is coming at 10.
Yeah, so it's fairly busy.
And then we have the agenda and claims, so.
Yeah, fairly busy then.
And then I always put budget work on regardless, so we can talk about it at any time.
What I wanna do, let's let it go for next week. Ron don't know nothing about it, but that letter that was sent to me about the dirt road down at Van Horn.
Has Myron seen that letter? You want me to scan it to him?
Well, according to the letter that he has got copies of it originally sent to him. This is the first I found out about it this morning when I opened up the letter and read it, so. They want a dirt road put to gravel.
Do you want me to let him read it?
So, yeah, I don't need to read it, but I mean, I wanna put it on the agenda so we kinda decide what we're gonna do.
Let me wait until Myron puts something on and then put
Yes,
it on?
that's what I'm leaning on, but then again, I don't want to also surprise Myron when he walks in the door, because I'm sure he's probably watching this right now, so he kinda gets a heads up.
I try to let him know when stuff gets put on.
All right. I want Bruce to read the letter too when he gets back, so.
Does he want me to scan it to him?
Yeah, you want to? Well, it's, I don't care, yeah, you can scan it.
No, because he's checking his emails while he's there.
Okay, all right. She's gonna scan it to you, Bruce,
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I can look it over.
Instead of waiting.
Thank you.
instead of waiting a week. Okay, well, I think we're done. Anything else? Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make
I'll
that,
make a motion to, I'll make.
gotcha, Bruce. And I'll second.
All right, all in
There we
favor?
go.
Tippit, aye.
Steve and I,
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
we're done. Bullseye. See you, Bruce.
Bullseye.